Hey everyone, welcome back to Homestead Corner. Today I have got a $40 budget prepper pantry haul from the Dollar Tree. With everything that's going on right now, I think it is so important to have our pantries bursting full as much as humanly possible. We want to have as much as we can in stock. When something happens, we're going to be prepared and able to take care of our families if we have everything stocked up. So stockpiling is not everything for prepping, but it is a good portion that we want to have done, and we also want to keep working on those skills. Those skills are going to come in so important. So today I ran into Dollar Tree to see what I could find. They had a couple of new things, so I'm excited to give those a try. And let's jump in and see what we got. All right, so we started off with some beans because beans are always wonderful. They had a ton of beans in. It was fully stocked today, and I was happy to see that. So we got 2 pounds of two 12-ounce packages. I believe these are 12s. Yes, the kidney beans are 12 ounces. We got 2 of those while we were there. And then we also got 2 packages of the Great Northern beans. We love these as well. They're wonderful for soups and things like that. We love those. So we like a nice variety of beans. That way we can mix it up. It'll look different and we can change the flavors. We can do all kinds of stuff with it. We also grabbed 2 pounds of the black beans because yum, black beans and rice, always good. So, and beans are so easy to cook. Soaking them the night before will definitely help you. It will reduce their cooking time and it helps digestion as well. And you always want to rinse your kidney beans or soak your kidney beans the night before. It really helps them with digestion. And you can, most of your other beans, you can just cook them. It just takes a lot longer if you haven't soaked them. So, and I love to can the beans up really quick, toss them in the canner, and then I've got quick, easy beans, and it is so much cheaper to buy dried beans than canned beans. And the next thing that I got is lentils because, you know, got that protein still, and they cook up really fast. It is super easy to throw these right in with your rice. They cook just about the same time. So you can just boil everything together and it makes it really easy if you want to do a lentils and rice dish. The next thing is snacks. We love to have a few different little snacks that are fairly good for you for when we have appointments out of town and things like that. It is so expensive to go to those fast food restaurants. It is like $20, $25 for 2 people to have just a lunch. So we try to take drinks with us and snacks with us, and that way we don't have to stop and spend all that money. So these come in super handy to have in the pantry. These are just some sunflower kernels because we love sunflower seeds, and they're all shelled so they're not messy in the car. And then a little thing of cashews. Again, they're really good for you and delicious. We love nuts. We definitely love nuts here. And let's see, a can of breadcrumbs. We want to keep those pantries a couple ahead on everything if you can. Just pack it as tight as possible right now. The world is crazy and things can go south so fast. So we just really want to keep after this right now and do not let up at all. The next thing I got was they had more of my favorite toothpaste, the sensitive toothpaste. So I got 4 more of these, 50 cents a piece, which is a super deal. So I always love to grab those if they are on sale for 50 cents. And we are getting a nice little stock ahead. And that is great to have. You want to make sure in a long-term emergency, you want to take care of your teeth really well, because you may not be able to get to a dentist or a doctor for quite some time. So making sure that you're staying healthy and clean is going to be really important. Let's see, the next thing is Marcel's Modern Pantry. They have a new brand at our store for whole milk and all the milks, really. They had a few of the older boxes in the store, but the dates were only a couple months out. So I grabbed this one to give it a try. It's always nice to find new shelf-stable milks, because milk is one of those things that if you don't have refrigeration, or or you can't afford it at the store. God, the price of milk's almost $5 a gallon. And but this is good for about a year. It's got on the shelf life, and I'm sure it would go quite a ways past that as well. And the next thing I got is another item that I haven't seen at the Dollar Tree yet. These Betty Crocker skillet potatoes. These look really good. This is Parmesan and herb. I picked up one of those to give a try. And we also picked up a roasted garlic and herb. We use the scallop potatoes. We will cut up a little bit of ham or chicken, whatever is left over in the fridge, some extra vegetables. If we don't have anything left over in the fridge, we'll grab a handful from the freezer or a can of vegetables, and you can make this a whole one-pan meal. Really simple and easy. With the scallop potatoes, I'm sure it's going to work the same for these. So I just thought these were good new flavors to give a try, because you never know. Sometimes we love the new stuff and sometimes we don't. I know they switched brands on olives about a year ago, and I just did not love that new brand. It was not good. So the next thing we got was Prego Classic Alfredo sauce. These are delicious. My girls love to grab these, a can of chicken, some vegetables, and some noodles, and just whip up a quick, easy meal, one pot. And it's simple and really, really affordable meal for everybody. So that is nice. There's one bag down. All right, and the next thing I got is coffee filters. You get 150 coffee filters for $1.25. These don't even fit my coffee maker, honestly. We buy these for all kinds of other things. You can use these in so many different ways. If you're having a little snack, you could pour it in here and just use a coffee filter. Much cheaper than paper towels and much easier than washing dishes. If you have a greasy pan, you can wipe it out with a coffee filter or two. You've got a fire starter. We layer them in between our cast iron pans because it helps any rubbing or anything like that, and you don't get any rust that way. It's a nice little buffer in between the pans, because when you stack them all up, they can get a little rust in there if they get any moisture, or they can rub and make a mess, and this way it's no problem. We love these, and there are just so many uses for these. And I always try to make sure we have plenty of these in the house. Even though they don't fit the coffee maker, we have the coffee maker filters as well. Because you got to have lots of those too. And the next thing is just an extra pack of baking cups. We love to have tons of these extra. If the grid is to go down, it's a lot quicker and easy to use our little camp oven, either on the fireplace or on the wood stove. We can use it either place. You can stick those on the barbecue, which is wonderful. And your little 6 muffin tins fit in there perfectly. So we really like that, and it cooks up quicker than a bread or a loaf or something like that. So we keep a lot of these on hand as well, just in case. And I also picked up one of these silicone ice cube trays, a little too small for ice cubes, but I thought this would be perfect. It's got little silicone in the bottom so you can pop them out. I'm going to use this to freeze herbs and oil in. When we have extra herbs, we can just put little pieces in there. Mix it in oil, just put them in. You can freeze them. Once they're frozen, you can pop them out, put them in a bag, and then you've got them in the freezer ready to go when you want them. So you don't have to do anything else to them. It's a really simple and easy way to go for your herbs. We also dry them, but I thought that would be nice to have them so I could just grab out of the freezer and chuck them in meals. And I like that. So the next thing is pink salt, $1.25. You cannot beat this price. Walmart is $4. Our local grocery store is probably $5 a pound for pink salt. And this is excellent salt. We love it. We use it all the time. And I did grab another scoop for the 5-gallon buckets. If I have to use my buckets, it's much easier to use a scoop to get things out, to fill up a smaller container to bring into the kitchen, because you probably don't want to have 5-gallon buckets all over the kitchen while you're trying to cook. It could definitely get in your way. My kitchen's not that big, so let's see what is next. I also grabbed a couple more cans of the albacore tuna, $1.25. Again, what a good deal. I stopped at Walmart afterwards and they were $1.94 a can. So that is a super good deal for the tuna. And we grabbed a couple more. Where is that other one? We grabbed a couple more of these cherry fillings. These are wonderful for turnovers. They work really well for that. You could do pie in it. The cherry filling is really, really good. So it's nice to have something so you can have a little something sweet, a little treat for a special evening. Anything like that. You could make a little special breakfast. You could do a Danish with it. You could do all kinds of stuff. But these are really good and a really great price. And another thing I found that I have not tried before were these Lux fried apples with cinnamon. They look pretty good. And it sounds really good. It says there's a recipe on the back for something. Yeah, real southern taste for any meal. Yummy. So we're going to give these a try and see how they are. You know, sometimes we love what we find and sometimes we don't. This was a great find. We love these cherry fillings. All of this other stuff we love that we get there. So we're going to try the Lux fried apples and see how they are. They sound good. And then I grabbed another can of evaporated milk. Always good to have in the pantry. Good for all sorts of stuff. When I was a kid, a lot of people use this for coffee creamer. I know my parents did. I've used it before. It works really good for a coffee creamer. So you can do that with it. You can use it in all kinds of recipes. Definitely. Makes good frosting too. Good fudge, all kinds of stuff. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. And then I grabbed 2 cans of the pineapple chunks. We love to have as much fruit as possible in our pantry because that is definitely the hardest one for us. Fruit is the hardest. We have freeze-dried fruit and we have some canned fruits, but we don't love all the canned fruits, so that's really where we lack. We have lots of vegetables and all that stuff, but fruit is a tough one. And then I grabbed a few more spices. We need lots and lots of spices, especially with these bland foods, rice, beans, things like that. You're going to want to be able to mix it up really well. So when you're tossing them together, I found this Dano's original seasoning in a little bag, 2 ounces, I think, or 1 ounce. So I thought that would be great to add into the collection. And I bought one of these a couple weeks ago, and it is super good. It's the Kinder's Garlic and Herb. I picked up 2 more to add to our spice bucket, so we have plenty of spices. This is super good. And the Kinder's is a really good brand. I've seen it at lots of other stores. I don't know how it landed up at Dollar Tree, but yay, yay, yay. It's really good. And that is it for my $40 haul. Right now, definitely pushing to make sure those pantries are just busting at the seams. We want to make sure we have everything we need. Things can go south at any moment, and things are definitely on shaky ground out there. If you look around at all the things that are going on, and there's a lot, things can go crazy really fast. So we need to be ready for that. We need to have what we need in our pantries, and we also need to make sure we are working on those skills. Skills are just so important, the most important in my book, even more important than having a stockpile, because the skills are the things that are going to save your life. Stockpile is going to get you through until you can get your skills working. It takes a while to grow a garden, so your stockpile is going to be there until you get to harvest season. But right now it is just so important to stay on top of things. So that's it for my $40 budget haul from the Dollar Tree today. Keep those pantries full. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.